Once upon a time. That's how every fairy tale begins, including this one. Two adventurers had sailed a long, long way, all the way from Norway to Cape Verde. Well, out of the blue, one of them exclaimed, "I really want to go to Polynesia. Let's build a boat, put her in a container and send her to Tahiti." When they arrived in Norway late that autumn, they gathered together some good friends and asked if they want to join in. The friends immediately say, "Of course!" Early on a Sunday morning, the two hulls travel from the garden in Fredrikstad to the Maritime Museum in Oslo. Throughout the long and cold winter, they're standing close together with their sisters and brothers. They whisper and whistle, and when spring arrives, two boats become one, lashed and sewn and glued and beyond all belief. A true miracle is to be launched.
Det ser jæskla fint ut, rett og slett. Da ror vi BareBare. Wow! Vi trenger jo ikke noe seil her, gjør vi det?
Her trenger vi, jo, vi trenger I hvert fall ikke motor. Har vi med drivanker?
She, because as everyone knows, all boats are female, is given the name BareBare. She has an adventurous summer, sailing among the islands, visited and admired. She becomes a tourist attraction. She's having a blast. But when the winter arrives, the adventurers push her into a dark, dark container.
Skal vi løfte den sin? Nei,
det går nå. Oi! Der kom hun! Hva skjedde der da? Ja, han slapp vel da. Ja.
Skal vi klappe nå, eller? Ja. Kom igjen, klapp nå, folkens! Bravo!
Winter and spring passes until the container arrives a country as far away as possible. Tahiti, or Tahiti as some people call it. But before the container appears, the adventurers have traveled around the beautiful island. They have learned to dress in local clothes. One has even learned Tahitian. Yahatu oihuru. How are you, she says.
Klokka 8:30, og vi har fått åpne containeren. Båret ut alt mulig.
Der kommer jeg.
Her blir det etter hvert 6,5 meter bred båt.
Over the next few terribly long days, the two adventurers and their friends work really hard. Each evening they sink down completely exhausted into the salt water of the lagoon. It heals their tired bodies. But all of a sudden, the little vessel is ready to be launched. Again, it will be lashed and tied together. The long masts make its way out and up.
Guttemusikken kommer midt I trafikken. Noen som lurer på hvordan vi gjør det? Over og ut.
Finally, the adventurers and the small ship is ready to sail. It's fun and it's exciting and it's scary. The course is set for BoraBora, but the weather and the wind and then falling in love with a tiny island makes them change their plans. BareBare does not steer towards BoraBora, but instead ends up at the beautiful island of Hawaii.
Kål begynner med å vise flagget, 17. mai. Jan, du fornøyd?
Veldig utrolig fornøyd. Dette noe av det flotteste 17. mai-feiringen noensinne. På Tahiti.
Bravo, du fornøyd, Sofie?
Veldig fornøyd.
Har du sett flyvefisk?
Jeg har sett flyvefisk.
Og nå håper vi at Sofie snart skaffer oss makrell.
The adventurers end up staying for a long time. They make friends on land and friends at sea. Again, the tourist boats set sail around the tiny ship. And this time they don't say good day, but instead Yorana. Everyone smiles and waves. They have flowers in their hair and flowers on their clothes. And 2 small children become the adventurers' best friends.
Filmer jeg.
Ok.
Da åpner vi kokosnøtt på en litt annen måte enn de er vant til her. De er sikkert mye flinkere da. Men vi tar rett og slett bare borer hull. Og så har vi det rett ned i skålen, og så rett over i glassene våre etterpå. Er ikke det bra? Her sitter de og venter. Hun vil ha det lille glasset. Over og ut.
There's no public transportation on the island. The adventurers end up sticking out their thumbs and thus get everywhere. To buy lamp oil or toilet paper. To snap up colorful clothes from the flea market. They get to practice the new and strange language. And one is giving them mangoes and water, and in the church there's music and singing. Life on board is simple and sweet for the 2 adventurers. They love to collect water, and one of them had installed hoses from the roof and down into large barrels. Palm leaves becomes beautiful decorations, and every night they fall asleep on pineapple bed sheets underneath a sky full of stars. They love sewing and hammering and building. And around the little vessel, the local play as well in their canoes.
Jeg lager brilletter. Dette er jo bambus, som jeg har funnet på havets, ikke på havets bunn, men på havet. Her er døren. Hull der, hull der, hull der og hull der. Og så skal vi ha en liten lås. Og inni der, når brillene ikke bor der, så kan brillene mine bo inni her. Nå kommer regattaen i full padleregattaen i full fart rundt oss. Det er utrolig fint. Også på andre siden. I full fart, vet du. Jeg skjønner at ikke vi skal være ute i jolla akkurat nå, eller ute og svømme.
Eventually, they have to pack up and go home to the cold north. Throughout the long winter, they dream about new adventures. But suddenly a difficult period arrives. The big and ugly pandemic. No one can travel and no one can sail. But at last the pandemic vanishes, and once again they can set out for new adventures. But that's another story.